Hi, I'm Maty Young from Young One Studio, and directors are storytellers, and storytelling in film happens through two primary channels, the written narrative and the visual image. Understanding how scripts are constructed gives directors insight into character arc, and pacing, and tone, and emotional structure. When a director can read a script, not just as dialogue, but as a sequence of dramatic beats, they gain a much clearer sense of how the story unfolds moment by moment. A background in writing often strengthens this ability. Yes, directors who understand screenwriting can identify the purpose of each scene, the shifting dynamics between the characters, and the larger thematic direction of the entire story. Even when they are directing someone else's script, this knowledge helps directors collaborate more effectively with the writers. Instead of simply staging the scenes, they can shape the narrative with intention, ensuring that each moment contributes meaningfully to the overall arc of the film, trimming the fat, as they say. But storytelling in cinema is not only about words. Film is ultimately a visual medium, and the camera is the primary tool through which the story is experienced by the audience. This is where cinematography becomes essential. Lens choices, lighting design, framing, camera movement, it all influences how a viewer interprets the scene. A close-up can reveal intimacy or vulnerability, a wide shot can isolate a character or emphasize their relationship to the environment around them. Lighting can shift the emotional tone from warm and inviting to cold and unsettling. When directors understand the fundamentals of cinematography, they can communicate their ideas far more clearly to the cinematographer and the crew. Instead of describing a scene only in emotional terms, they can express how the camera should participate in the story. That's huge. For example, a director might know that a moment of confrontation should be captured in tight, uncomfortable framing, or that a moment of freedom should open up visually with wider composition and movement. This understanding doesn't mean a director must replace a cinematographer's expertise. I've struggled with that before. Cinematographers bring deep technical knowledge and artistic perspective to the collaboration, sure. However, when a director understands the visual language of filmmaking, the collaboration becomes far more productive. Ideas move much faster between the director and the cinematographer, and both can work toward the same visual and emotional goals much easier. Knowledge of both writing and cinematography allows directors to make informed decisions rather than just relying on instinct. Instinct is valuable in creative work, but informed instinct, grounded in understanding of how story and image interact, this is far more powerful. A director who understands narrative structure knows why a scene matters, and a director who understands the camera knows how to express that importance visually. This combination, it helps directors guide actors more effectively as well. When directors know how a performance will be framed, how it looks through the lens, they can communicate more precise adjustments. A subtle emotional shift may be perfect for a close-up, while broader physical behavior might work better in a wider shot. Understanding the camera allows directors to align performance with the visual storytelling of the film. Ultimately, great filmmaking happens when the emotional intention of a scene aligns with the visual language used to capture it. When the story, the performance, and the camera all move in the same direction, the result becomes far more compelling for the audience. Directors who understand both the narrative side of storytelling and the visual mechanics of filmmaking are better equipped to shape the whole tone of a project. They guide their collaborators. They bring the story to life with a lot more clarity and purpose. I'm Maty Young from Young One Studio, and again, thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you next time. See ya.